Hey everyone, welcome to 99.6 The Howl for the uninitiated. This is an unedited YouTube vlog discussing everything Arizona Coyotes. And, not much to say, not much pleasant things to say about the team lately. Just think it's about time where kind of set our expectations a bit lower. This team kind of ran into a brick wall with injuries, and it honestly does not look good, but we got to change our mindset. We can't look at the big picture anymore, myself included. Just got to take this one game by game and see what happens. They go on an Eastern road trip starting in Boston with a 2-0 lead, looking good. They played awesome. Usually they get, pounced by the Bruins all the time. Their record against Boston is just atrocious from a Coyotes point of view. But Coyotes came into that building strong, built a 2-0 lead from Schmaltz and Nick Cousins. And then in a 5-minute stretch in the second period, they led in 4 goals the exact same way. Just backdoor tap-ins. 4 of them in 5 minutes. It was tough to watch. It was really not a good thing to experience. And OEL was on the ice for 3 of those 4 goals, and I thought Tocchet was gonna dig into OEL. He's a captain, he should be better than that, but Tocchet decides to throw a curveball and blame the first line in Schmaltz and Keller, saying their back check was lazy and they kind of gave up on plays, and they were on the ice for 3 of those goals as well. But personally, I think the defense should stop those passes from coming in front of the goalie. Those cross-crease passes when the guy's passing from the corner to the other side of the post. I mean, that's mainly the defense's job to stop that play from happening. But, Tocchet has some bone to pick with Keller and Schmaltz on the defensive side. So Coyotes lose that one 4-3. They go to Buffalo, and now it's just a complacent, flat, lack of energy game. No one was really being a game breaker during that game. And then Goligoski has 3 turnovers that leads to all 3 Buffalo goals. Buffalo wins 3-1. Not sure what Goligoski was doing in that game. Just looked really out of place, second-guessing himself. And he cost the team the game. So we move on to New York. Maybe, New York's kind of in a rebuild phase, slowly starting to get to that stage. Maybe Coyotes fare a better chance against them, but they go down 3-0 really early in the game. 3 power play goals. For a team whose penalty kill was tops in the league, you'd think they'd be good on the penalty kill against the Rangers, but Rangers get 3 quick ones in on Adin Hill. We'll talk about the goalies later. So it's 3-0. Coyotes looking flat. They looked like the exact same way against Buffalo. Then they get a goal from Osterley, and it kind of sparks something. Cousin gets into a fight as well. But then they go on a 4-minute 5-on-3 penalty kill. They kill all those 4 minutes of 5-on-3. And suddenly, with 6 minutes left in the game, Josh Archibald scores, and then OEL with a 6-slapper over Lundqvist's shoulder, and it's a 3-3 game. They go into overtime, and Derek Stepan scores, snipes it bar down against his former team. It just made no sense. They had no business winning that game. I guess that's why I'm not as happy as I would be after a winning game. But it was a funny game. A lot of weird things happening. A couple of fights. The Coyotes' first 2 fights of the season. Not going to advocate that they should fight every game, but show some bit of emotion. Good for Nick Cousins for stepping up, but he kind of got trounced in that fight, if I'm going to be honest. And so Coyotes win 4-3, and then they go into Carolina tomorrow on Sunday. We'll see what happens there. But too many injuries to make mistakes. I mean, we've seen that in each of the games. In the Boston game, those 5 minutes of getting picked apart by the Bruins' top line, just a series of same mistakes that the Bruins saw and capitalized on it, and then the Coyotes had to adjust after those 4 goals. In Buffalo, Goligoski turning it over twice and then second-guessing himself on the 3rd goal. Buffalo scores on all 3 of those, so you see a blatant mistake and they don't have Ranta in net to save them. I mean, I'm not blaming Hill and Kemper. I'm just saying Hill and Kemper will give the Coyotes every chance they need to win a game, but they'll never steal a game for the team like Ranta would. And I think that's how the Coyotes need to adjust from here on out. They need to realize it's up to the forwards and to the D-men to win these games. They can't get by with great goaltending anymore because they got some inexperience back there and they got a career backup in there as well. So they got to pick up their game like they did against the Rangers. They finally realized that they could push the pace. You know, Rangers kind of backed off a bit and weren't pushing in the O-zone as much as a first period and first half of the second. And then the Coyotes realized, hey, you know, let's start to play our game, see what happens. And they tied it up and they won the game. So they got to start to push a bit more. Schmaltz, excellent, 9 points in 9 games. Keep it up. Galchenyuk has been injured the past 3 games. I think he's coming back tomorrow against Carolina. Hopefully he needs to start scoring and producing. I think Krause played himself out of the top line. You saw it in the Rangers game. Talkett decided to throw Cousins on the top line. So I think Krause had a rough 3 games, lost his spot. So hopefully Galchenyuk comes in and starts shooting more. I think Galchenyuk just needs to shoot the puck. Just full stop. The moment he gets the puck and he's in like the top of the face-off circles or between the hash marks, he needs to shoot it. Just shoot the puck. We saw what happened with Osterley and OAL against the Rangers. They just shot the puck and the puck went in, and that's what they got to start doing, shooting. Stop looking for the pretty plays, and we'll see what happens. They have a fourth line of Tucson Roadrunners in Bunting, Kempe, and Garland, which Bunting scored his first goal of his NHL career against Boston, but that line they have a lot of energy. They play a lot in the offensive zone, which is surprising. Not too many defensive gaffes. So I like it. Keep it going. It's good to have all 3 of them onto one line because they have chemistry from Tucson and they don't bring down other lines. It allows the other lines to be NHL lines and for them to play a smart, concise, to the system game and just let the fourth line kind of get a feel for the NHL and improve for each game. So we'll see what happens against Carolina, but we got to take this game by game, stop looking at the big picture because I think what we want is out of our reach as of now. So just come to each game in a battle and take it from there. It's rough, but just stick to each game. Just watch a game. Hopefully if they play good, move on to the next one. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your support.